Let's talk about one of the most effective routes in this year's game that not a lot of people know about, and it's currently taking over at the highest levels of Madden and expected to eventually kind of trickle down to everyone else. But it's found in a ton of the most common playbooks and the most common formations in this year's game. So like gun trips tight end, gun bunch X nasty, various other formations like that. I'm going to show it to you here out of the Jaguars playbook in the gun trips tight end formation with the play China Y post. But it's not about the play. So I'm not going to even put any of these other 4 receivers on hot routes or anything like that. I'm just going to call against completely random defenses, and we're going to look at this running back's route against man, against match, against different types of zones, and how he's going to get open the overwhelming majority of the time, especially if you have a fast running back and you're going having this cross flat route go to the wide side of the field. You can see your kind of your worst case scenario is you're looking at like 4 to 6 yards, but your best case, sometimes you can get 20, 25 yards. And the read is just incredibly simple. Like you can tell he's going to be open or not open just right away. It's very rare that he's going to be covered, but it can happen. It just is so much space for any sort of linebacker or even a safety to cover. As long as it's not like a 95 speed cornerback, they're really not going to be able to keep up with this cross flat route if they're in man coverage. And that's kind of the defense's best case scenario where you get a bad throw and you're getting 3 yards or something. But let me just show it to you against a bunch of the common coverages. So we're going to do it from the play China Y post. Let's do like a cover 2 man first. Right, and again, no setup at all. Obviously, you'd want to set up whatever route combination you like with your other receivers. This is about one route, not about anything else about this play. You notice against man coverage, right, like you're able to get a really nice gain. It's also going to work great against match coverage. Like cover 4 quarters is becoming more and more popular. And we can do the same play, China Y post, or, if we scroll through this playbook, I know it's in a few times in bunch nasty, you have a motion cross post going to the right side. So if you were on the left hash mark, that would work great. Motion spot HB under also has a similar route. Like look through whatever playbook you're using. You probably have 1 or 2 formations with this route in it. I definitely recommend adding it to your playbook. So let's do cover 4 quarters next. And if you were to look into our gun trips tight end ebook, we have other ways of beating cover 4 quarters for 1 play touchdown from this gun trips tight end formation, but this is just as an illustration where you're still able to get your 4 to 6 yards very easily with this play. Let's talk about zone coverage, so like a Tampa 2. So same thing. Obviously, you would set up whatever route combination you would like in front of it. Sometimes you'll cut it back inside. Sometimes you'll take it more outside, just depending on your opponent's zone drops and what he's doing. And you can throw it a little earlier if you'd like. You don't have to wait as long. But let me show you also, if they were to set their zone drops really shallow. So let's do China Y post. Let's say they have like a Tampa 2, but they're expecting it, right? And this is still, even if you don't have any other routes in the field, we'll do like 5 and 5. And let's do a Tampa 2 again, because that's probably the best way to try to stop this. Most times, especially with the decent route combination on the field, you can still hit this guy in the flat. Now, I think the X or square receiver out here is kind of manipulating a little bit that outside zone, drawing him too far inside. And that can happen, and that's a good thing. But even if he's not on that route, let's say we put him on like a streak route, it's still totally fine to throw this and then try to turn it upfield. Now, one thing I like to do if your opponent is really setting their hard flats like 0 or 5 yards is you can put this X receiver on like a quick out route, maybe even custom step him down once, and that will take that zone quickly to the sidelines. Maybe we'll put our do a route combination, something like this, and now this RB receiver is much more open here, right? And you're able to get, instead of like 4 to 6 yards, you're able to get 8 or 10 yards. So even if they know the play is coming, it's really tough to defend against it, especially because remember, you still have your 4 other receivers on this play, or in this case, because we're taking the X receiver out of the play, you still have 3 other receivers on this play that you can hit at any point if they overplay this route to the sideline. So incorporate this route into your playbook. I think you're going to have some great success with it.